world famous, our annual prediction special for the 2025 NFL season. So we will be breaking down over-under totals and our predictions for the playoffs and the Super Bowl. So make sure you guys are hanging with us here this entire night. You are getting a front row seat. We want to hear your thoughts. We want to hear all of your predictions as well, so that you guys can, feel like you're, participating and being a part of this prediction show. I want to know who you guys think will win and all of it. We will keep tabs on all these throughout the course of the season, and we will visit them at the end and see how we did. So we're going to do that here right now.
Evil does have a question. Is the officiating better, worse, or the same for college and NFL? It's all based off perception. If you hate the team, you don't like the call. If you like the team, you love the call. Vice versa. Officiating is not great. I do think the new rule this year with the digital yardage ball placement, whatever it is,
the thing that Chris has been begging for years.
I listen. It will take away controversy, but it's slow as fuck. It's so slow. Is there any way to speed it up? I have no issue with doing that. Just speed it up. It takes so long.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's just embrace fucking technology. You know what I'm saying? Why are we?
But why does technology have to extend the game so much?
Exactly. Yeah, that's true. Technology should make it more streamlined. That's the whole point of technology, is to make it easier.
In tennis, they throw it out there in 0.2 seconds. You call, I don't think it was out, or I think it was in, or whatever it may be, and they show it in 2 seconds. In NFL preseason, it was a disaster. It actually sucked. It sucked the life out of football games. So they have to be better with it. I'm fine with them doing it, but they have to get faster with it. It should be immediate.
Yeah, baseball, they're going to do it the way tennis does. It's I don't like the call. Okay, you were right or you were wrong. Let's move on.
Well, they're wrong in baseball a lot.
Yeah, all right.
I was teaching Riley about that the other day. That's what the strike zone is supposed to be. That's not exactly what the umpire sees, though.
As an employee of the Rockies, they have scientific research that suggests teams in general are favored over other teams as far as the strike zone. So they should go to a robotic automated strike zone, because
that's what they're going to do next year.
That takes out the bias, which, surprise, the Rockies weren't on the good end of that bias at all. They were always 25 or later in calls that should have been strikes or should have been balls or this or that. They kept track of it, and they were always 25th or later. And the Dodgers were always top 5 in the good zone. So maybe that'll level the playing field a little bit.
All right. Well, let's get into it. We have all of our over-under team totals that we are going to be doing right now for this NFL season. So make sure you guys are hanging out with us. We will be going every single team by team with the Vegas odds on where the over-under totals sit as we speak today. And we will be getting all of our picks. So Scotty and I will both do it. We will also do, Rec, you'll probably be chiming in as well. I want you guys in the chat to throw in your predictions for these. If you like them over, under, or, let us know. Let us know so we can kind of get your thoughts on things, a little pulse on what you think about your teams and anything else going into this NFL season that's coming up this week. So let's go ahead. Let's start out with the AFC East. And I think, don't we alternate, if I'm not mistaken? Do we alternate where we go you first for the division, and then I go after, and then I go the next division first, and I run through all of mine, and then you go after? Or do we go, you go, I go, you go, I go for each team?
No, I think we should just run through
division.
It's just, Okay. Yeah, I'll help keep track of things.
Okay, and Rec's gonna keep tabs because he's our note taker in the background, keeping tabs on all of these so we can remember what ends up happening. So, do we want?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll start with this one.
Okay.
Sure. Bills. Keep in mind this division plays the NFC South this year. They do play the AFC North, so that's obviously, I mean, outside of the AFC South, it's similar otherwise. But Bills clear 11.5. I think they go over. I think Dolphins are, if Tua stays healthy, obviously a big caveat, but like if Tua stays healthy, they clear 7.5 easily and are a borderline playoff team. So I take over on Dolphins as well. Jets I take under. I don't know where the Jets find their wins. I don't think Justin Fields is the answer. I do like Aaron Glenn, but this team needs a lot of work. Patriots, I'm over 8.5. So I'm over 3 or 4 in this division. I'm over 8.5 with the Patriots. Believe in Drake May. Believe in the head coaching upgrade with Mike Vrabel. I think this team is up and coming. They'll probably, honestly, better record-wise than they actually are this year. But it's a big year for the Patriots fans and their team. First time they've been good in a while. Since Tom Brady left. So they will eclipse.
They were good when Mac Jones was there the first year.
1 year. 1 year of Mac Jones that we all remember.
1 year.
AKA Bo Nix.
Bo Nix is going to crush this year. All right. My predictions for the AFC East and Bills. 11.5. I've seen actually 12.5 in some spots, but mostly everyone's got this around 11.5. So we went with 11.5 on this particular one. And I honestly think the Bills finish with 12. I will take the over at 11.5. If this was 12.5, I think I might lean under, but we're going with 12 wins. They're going to go 12 and get those they challenge for that top spot in the AFC. So they are an over for me. The Miami Dolphins. Dolphins are. This is a tough one because again, there's to your point, Scotty. What am I getting with Tua? Is he going to be good all season? Is he going to be hurt? Is he going to get a concussion? And then all of a sudden, if a concussion happens, I think this team is an under team. I'm going to err on the side of health for this pick, which is what I went with over. Because if he's healthy, this team feels like it should win at least 8 games. So I'm going to go over on Miami, knowing that they're going to protect Tua and he's going to be able to stay healthy for a majority of the season.
I think Miami might be, even if without health, might be the most obvious over in all the league.
Yeah. I
think Miami as an over is an automatic. And I don't even have them in the playoffs, but they will win 8 games.
Jets, I have as under. Yeah, I don't believe in the Jets. I don't. You have a new coach. You have a quarterback you don't necessarily believe is the guy. Like, you just cycle through quarterback after quarterback. I mean, you got quarterbacks that leave and end up being better quarterbacks elsewhere in a better environment. I just don't believe that the New York Jets are it. So they are under 6.5. And the Patriots at 8.5. This one was a tough one. They have an easy schedule, which is why I feel like they should be on the better end. Whoa.
All right.
Let's go, Diacola. Thank you for the 46 months. Thank you for the 46 months. I appreciate you. Thank you. Welcome back.
Also, update, Miami kicked a field goal. It's 27-24 with 64 seconds on the clock.
Now, no timeouts for Notre Dame, but just need a field goal.
Touchback, so they'll get at the 25.
Yeah.
Patriots. Back to Patriots. I think this I mean, I think this is a pretty optimal number here for the Patriots. I think they win 8 games. I'm going to go under. I think they win 8. That extra half, it's tight for me. But I will go under New England, saying that they win 8 games. So I will go the opposite.
So, real quick, Chris, you got over, under.
Correct.
All right. But yeah, I'm with you with the Patriots. Like, yeah, they're definitely a whole lot better than they were last year. But still, getting a winning record is hard. Oh, that was almost picked off.
Oof.
Off the hands of the receiver. And lucky to fall to the turf.
I also hate that pass. Why, with no timeouts, are you throwing a 5-yard
In
5-yard
in
route? Like, I fucking hate it.
He should have connected on that though. He should have caught that as well.
He should have caught it, but I also hate the call.
Yeah.
But here, you guys are way behind me. They do pick up a first down on the next one, about 12 yards on a delayed screen to the tight end, maybe.
Yeah, tight end middle screen.
Yeah. Clock's moving now, though.
All right. So
Evil says Pats ain't getting over, so the Pats are probably. Oh, that's gotta be grounding.
sorry, guys. We're kind.
Let's see. Yeah, we're distracted.
We're distracted,
Yeah,
guys. We're
at the end of this Notre Dame.
I
game,
think it made it to the line of scrimmage, so no
But
grounding.
but is there an intended receiver? You have to do both.
Yeah.
And frankly, I want this to go to overtime.
In case you're just joining us, guys, we are watching the end of the Notre Dame Miami game.
They're probably saying number 9 was in the area, even though he really wasn't.
While you guys are hanging out, though,
throwing the ball.
all of our contests links are in here. They're free. Super Contest, Survivor, and Pick'em. Make sure you join. They're free. You can win some ActionLab gear if you win the contest at the end of the season. It's a free roll, guys. Just do it. Join in. All the passwords are there. Lab Rats for the 2 ESPN leagues. Lab Rat for the Super Contest.
That was the refs
Grounding.
called it grounding, which is massive because it's not only a penalty, but it's also a runoff, I believe.
And a loss of down.
Yeah, well, the same down, but threw it off as offensive lineman. I think that's the right call, to be honest. Even though I want this game to be tied and go to overtime.
26 seconds. Just gotta move this football a little bit, you know? Where are they at?
Quite a bit. They need probably about 40 yards.
Oh yeah. They got a long way to go.
And
Clock is
that's
ticking.
not-
20.
It's over. Miami has won this football game.
It was
It's
an
over.
interesting game at very least. Oh, yep. Sacked. Can't confirm. That's it.
By the way,
That's over.
all the top teams that got the most money in Vegas lost. I think the top. This was the
They didn't.
this was the
This is
5th
fascinating.
game.
They didn't even get this play off.
Wow.
That's wild.
And there it is. That's the end.
It wasn't gonna matter, but get a playoff maybe.
Poor Rudy.
All right.
Okay, back
Miami
at it.
W. Both these teams could still make the playoff. I don't know. College football is like a nice tease, but the NFL is so much better. It's so much better.
Well, let's get back to it then. Let's get to some more over/under totals. Whoa. I almost
yeah. Where are you jumping there?
don't. Chat, don't clip it and go ahead and cheat and ruin it. Just keep it a surprise. All right, let's go back into the predictions here, and let's go into the NFC West. NFC West is here, and we are doing the over/under totals for this division. So, since Scotty went last time, it's my turn to go first this time. I will run through my NFC West and go over these win totals. So, San Francisco, 10.5 wins. Let me see what I got here. San Francisco. I kind of alluded to this as kind of a hot take in my hot take show, but San Francisco still, again, with all of the issues they had last season, still finished in a top 10 offense, and they got some players back. They have injuries that they're dealing with now. They have injuries that they have dealt with, and they're just kind of getting through. I still think this team is good enough to win 11 games. I'm taking the over on San Francisco. Do they win 12 games like my hot take said? Probably not, but I do think they get to 11 wins, and they get into the over category here. Let's go to the Seahawks. Seattle Seahawks. Next up, I'm going under 8.5 wins. I just think that this team, we talked about the depth at the wide receiver. We talked about how we just don't feel like this team is necessarily going to be, they might be perfectly average, but I still don't know if I can truly get behind what this team really is, especially with, I mean, the change of quarterback, I think, is a downgrade. I think the weapons that he has, if they're healthy, they might not be. So, I mean, I question some of the depth there. So I'm going to go under for Seattle. The LA Rams. Actually, let me come back to the Rams. I'm kind of in a weird spot with the Rams. Let's go to the Cardinals. Arizona Cardinals. I'm leaning over 8.5 in this one. I'm leaning over 8.5. I feel like the Cardinals somehow, some way can get to 9 wins. I honestly think this division is going to be a weird one where you're going to have a lot of teams that are going to be around 8 or 9 wins, which is why I'm just like coming back to the LA Rams, and I'm thinking they're a 9-win team. I don't know if they're a double-digit win team. I'm going to take the under on the Rams. So I'm got San Francisco over. I'm going Seattle under, Arizona over, and LA Rams. I am taking the under, and they're going to hit 9 wins.
Really? I'm surprised.
Yeah. Also, the Rams, where I was erring on the side of caution for the health side, I think the Stafford thing, the back injury is really the thing that I'm like, how's that going to hold up over the course of a season? I know he's dealt with it last year. I know he's dealt with injuries and he's powered through them, but you're a year older at this point. And so can your body keep taking that and healing in the way it has been when you were 2 years ago, a year ago? I don't know. That's the one caveat. If he was completely healthy, this is an over easily. Not so. I'm gambling on the air of he's going to probably miss some time, and if he does, that's going to affect this total.
All right.
I will start with the Niners, and it's an easy under for me.
Ooh.
Lost a lot of talent, can't stay healthy, play in division. Like, I don't know. I mean, they're going to be outcoached by the Rams coach. No disrespect for Shanahan, but McVay is a better coach. Easily carries that. I don't know how the 49ers get to 11 wins. I'd be shocked. Injuries, losses on defense. I don't think the Niners get there. I think best case scenario, the Niners actually get to 10. That might be one of my favorite bets of the year. Seahawks at 8.5. That one's hard for me. I could see both sides. That's a good number. I wouldn't bet it at all.
I wouldn't bet. I'm staying away from that too. It's just like, nah.
But I would lean over. I think people are just sleeping on Darnold just a little bit. A team that did pretty well last year. I know they lost some talent, but like they still have Jackson Smith and Jigba. They have Cooper Kupp. Like They have pieces. LA Rams over 9.5, easy. Over 9.5. I don't even know how to talk about it. If Matt Stafford stays healthy, they will win 10 games. If he doesn't, which you could say about any quarterback, they won't. But if Matt Stafford's healthy, his back's healthy, they will win 10 plus games. Cardinals, under. I don't know why people continue to believe in the Cardinals. What are we
You
believing?
two are the exact opposite.
We went opposite in this one.
Yeah. What are we believing in the Cardinals exactly? What's to believe in?
I mean, you got Marvin Harrison Jr., you got Trey McBride.
Marvin Harrison Jr. was the wrong draft pick.
But James Conner is still there. He's gonna
James Conner at
Trey McBride.
Nothing like
Trey
a 30-plus-year-old running back.
He's on my boring player list. He's gonna give you
Trey
some.
McBride doesn't catch touchdowns, but he catches 6-yard passes.
Got Josh Sweat down there screaming off the edge over
goodness. Do you want to change your pick as you talk through this? That might be the easiest under of the year.
I'm going over. We're going over for the Cardinals.
So we went Oppo on that.
We went Oppo completely.
Exact opposite on all 4 teams.
All right, which by the way, it doesn't happen very often either. So,
but like this. So the main one I disagree. Well, there's a few that I disagree with, but like next to Seattle at over, there's no way in hell.
No way in hell. How many games did they win last year?
Let me check. Wasn't that? And especially they had an under 500 record.
So 8?
Yeah, 8 or less. If ESPN said would stop being absolutely stupid, I'd be able to tell you. You're just gonna.
I bet they had 8 wins without knowing on the top of my head. But
it's probably 8.
Probably 8.
Yeah. So them getting the 9 wins would just be.
Oh, actually, they were over. They were 10-7.
They were 10-7 last year.
This and
me taking the over on 8.5 is insane.
Yeah, just because the depth of that team is. I'm not sleeping on Darnold. I'm sleeping on the depth of that team.
Well,
no, you lose Geno Smith, you can't recover.
I mean,
I'm not even talking about the quarterback position. I'm talking about
that's
everything else.
Are we sure Darnold
most important? What did they lose, Rec? What did they lose?
DK.
Okay.
Are we sure Darnold?
How many games is he worth? You know damn well that DK is a very good wide receiver, but he's not. What is he, like borderline top 15?
He's worth a game or two.
No, he's not. He's the top wide receiver in the league might not be worth 2 games. He's not worth 2 games. No shot in the world. He's not even worth a game. He's worth like a half a game. And that's not a shot at DK. That's just like you're overvaluing what wide receivers create.
I'm just not sure Darnold is going to thrive in an environment.
Do you believe in Geno Smith?
Geno Smith is like He what? Geno Smith is a solid, slightly above average quarterback that can find you some wins. Like did
you believe that? Did you believe that before he was in Seattle?
He's kind of been the same guy.
What the fuck are you talking about? Everyone hated him before he got to Seattle. He was a backup that wasn't even a good backup.
But then he revitalized his career, right? With a coach that's not there anymore.
Well, he was pretty okay last year, but like
and then he fell off the rails. He fell off the rails hard, right?
When?
In the last 2 weeks, week 18 in the postseason.
Like
who did?
Darnold.
No, we're talking about Geno.
He's talking about Geno.
I'm talking about Geno.
Darnold dropped off for sure.
But I just don't know if Seattle is gonna. There's enough around Darnold for him. I mean, in Minnesota, he had a great offense. He had a pretty good offense.
I think the upside of Darnold is higher than Geno Smith.
I mean,
actually,
that's
I don't even know if that's
the upside is higher.
I don't even think that's questionable.
Yeah.
But
Tickle manips.
Darnold's
Darnold's still trash. He had a fluke year in Minnesota.
I'm not
year.
saying I'm a big believer in Darnold, but like someone saying going to Darnold from Geno Smith is a downgrade, I have issues with that.
Well, you're talking
issues with
about like the ceiling, right? The ceiling's obviously there for Darnold, obviously, because he's a younger guy.
Darnold had a better year last year than Geno's ever had.
Well, that's good. Well, look at the environment he was in with the offense and what he had there.
Tell me what an offense he was in. Tell me his offensive line. Tell me how good he had it.
He had Justin Jefferson.
Yeah. Okay. He had Jordan Addison. Got it.
T.J. Hawkinson.
That's way more than he has now currently in Seattle.
He's got Jason and Old Man Cooper Cup.
So he's got to elevate that team as opposed to his teammates elevating him.
But I will argue the offensive line in Minnesota is absolute trash.
Same in Seattle.
Seattle's not much better, is it? It's fine.
Okay. But he had a great year with a garbage offensive line. You guys are disrespecting Darnold right now and overrating Geno Smith.
I didn't say shit about Geno.
If
like
you all right, straight up, no, whatever position value you give, if you could choose your quarterback between Geno Smith and Sam Darnold, who would you take?
Like today, like the current guys
today,
right now,
today,
maybe Sam for the upside. Like he's got the highest ceiling and the lower floor. I'd still go Darnold for that ceiling.
I would first of all, I'd pick neither because I don't really believe in either of them.
That's not a choice, Chris.
But if you always take upside, but that doesn't mean I'm excited about like there's a lot of young dudes that have upside that we know aren't going to be guys.
Well, I don't even know why you're talking so much about an upside with Sam Darnold. Like they're like 2 years apart. It's not that big of a difference. Who would you take? Based off today, if you think next year they will be the better quarterback,
I'm going off a 1 year hype from a player. You know what I'm saying? Like a 1 year sample size.
Then take the other guy. No one's forcing you.
Look, I'm not disrespecting Sam Darnold. I'm disrespecting the people he's throwing to. He's got one reliable receiver.
Forget that. If you had an empty team, if you could choose a quarterback to start your team with, and you had this quarterback, would you take Geno Smith or Sam Darnold?
Yeah, I'm taking Sam Darnold. I already said that. For the
All
upside.
right.
I'll take Geno. Why not? If Pete Carroll can believe in him, I can too.
Yeah, but so, like I said, that
I think it's a solid argument. I could go either way. I don't. But that's the issue. Neither are that good.
I think.
Yeah.
The veterans,
but I would go towards Sam Darnold.
Yeah, I'm disrespecting the Seahawks because you had the offensive line combined with one receiver to throw to, maybe two if he can stay healthy for the first time in 5 years.
I'm going Sam Darnold. You give him protection. He has a way better arm than Geno Smith.
Yeah. Also, moving off the Seahawks.
Well.
One of the reasons I had the 49ers so high is that their schedule is very easy. Even compared to the Seahawks, their schedule is a cupcake. Like even with the injuries they've dealt with, it shouldn't be too hard for them to get to double digits.
They only play like 2 different games, so that's confusing.
No, it's multiple different games.
Yeah, 2 is multiple.
Coming from SDG,
it might be 3 now.
Coming from SDG, Seahawks fan, the truth is moving up to Sam Darnold is really not much of an upgrade. They are the same to me. So
I think they're different. I don't think it'll make Seattle better. And they lost obviously Lockett and DK. So that's a big loss. NJB or whatever in Jackson Smith.
And
Jackson Smith and
JSN.
Yeah, that's what I meant. We'll fill some of that role in it going into his now 3rd season. But they'll still have problems. But I think they're somewhat the same guy. I think it leads to coaching and offensive line play.
I didn't know we were spending that much time on Seattle of all these.
I know.
I didn't have that.
They'd be a nothing team.
I didn't have that on my bingo card.
Darnold is Scott Mitchell. If you guys don't remember Scott Mitchell from the 90s, elite play with really good wide receiver play in Detroit, but they couldn't win games when it mattered.
We're in a wormhole with this. Of all the best teams and the best quarterbacks and everything, we're wormholing.
SCG just said Darnold versus Geno is talkable worthy. It is.
Yeah.
It's an argument, and I will take Darnold all day.
No one ever talks about Washington.
I prefer Mahomes that my team has, but
all right, let's
just preference.
Let's move on to the NFC South. Let's get it, Scotty. You
about this division.
By the way, Rek, are you good on all the you have all our picks on that one? You're good.
Yep.
Okay, let's move on to the NFC South because we have to talk about all of them. We can't just leave one out. But this is one of the divisions. STG missed our picks, so
The AFC East, Chris had Buffalo over 11.5, Miami over 7.5, Jets minus 6.5, Patriots minus 8.5. Sky had the same except Patriots over 8.5. NFC West, they were polar opposites. Chris had plus 10.5 for San Francisco, minus 8.5 for Seattle, plus 8.5 for Arizona, Rams minus 9.5. Scotty had opposite of that.
Yeah. So there you go. That's the recap of all of our picks so far. Let's get to the NFC South, though. Let's go, Scotty. Go for it.
Man, I hate this division. I want to take the under on all of them.
Is that what you're gonna do?
No, I'm not.
Oh yeah, you have the ATL lab.
I have the ATL lab.
ATL.
So I'm obviously going over on the Falcons 7.5. Have to by rule. It's just legally what we're binded to. I'm taking the over on Falcons 7.5 to start this off. Everything gets. I hate the Saints a lot, but 4.5 is a really small number. But I'm gonna still take the under. I think the Saints are gonna be an absolute disaster. I'm taking under on 4.5 Saints. I can't. I don't know how they win 5 games. They're gonna be so bad on both sides of the football. Panthers at 6.5. I think they go over. I think they go over 6.5. Obviously I wanted to pick the Panthers to go to the playoffs. Their defense was a dumpster fire last year. I think this team competes a little more. I'll take the under or over on Panthers 6.5. And then, although I'm picking them to win the division, this is how bad the division is. I'm gonna say the Buccaneers only won 9 games. I'm gonna take the under on 9.5.
Ooh, Tampa Bay.
Because I think the best case scenario for the Bucs is 10. So I prefer to take. I don't see them winning 11 games. No,
I do.
Scotty. Woo.
No.
Spicy. Okay. All right. We are very similar except for one in this one. So Saints, I'm with you. I can't get there with the Saints. I was like, you got to be bad to not win 5 games in the NFL. And I look at their roster, I look at the quarterback, I look at what's like, there's nothing there. And I just don't see a path it's mind-boggling to think how bad this team might be. So they're going to be tanking. They're not going to have the personnel to compete with a lot of the people around the league, a lot of the teams around the league. I think I go under for New Orleans. New Orleans is not. I just don't believe in them. All right, then we get the Falcons.
ATL lab
Over. I don't feel great about it though. I don't feel great about the over. It's like I think this is a pretty efficient number. They're going to win 7 or 8 games, somewhere in that mix. But I'm going to go. They win 8 games. This is the year we have you guys in chat telling us they're going to get something from the tight end position this year, Scotty.
They're not. I actually feel very confident in that one. They're not going 7-10.
No,
they're going to win 8 games.
Kyle Pitts is going to have the season of a lifetime. He's going to have the time of his life, and they're going to win 8 games. So Atlanta over. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Wait a minute. You're telling me that John Smith's going back to Atlanta with how they're going to get production at the tight end position?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Is Arthur Smith going back there as
Arthur
well?
Smith, he's taking little like weekend vacations, in between on the bye week to go help him out. No, that's not true. All right, let's go to the next one. We had the Buccaneers. Scotty, this was a tricky one. I think this is a 9-win team as well. I said under for Tampa Bay, knowing that they would win 9 games. So Baker Mayfield, he'll still have them in contention for the division, top of the division, and they probably still will win it. I went under. I thought you were going to go over in this one, but we are both in alignment here on Tampa Bay. So that means the only other one that I disagree with is the Carolina pick. Carolina, I'm going under. I still think this roster has challenges.
That's crazy.
I still think this roster, this was still a bad roster in general. You look at the defense. You look at, it's gotten a little bit better with a couple additions here and there, but really, as much as I want to jump on Bryce Young and everything else, there's still, how do we feel about the coaching? How do we feel about the weapons that, is it going to be consistently good all season long? They have, I just think they're still a lower tier team in the NFL in the grand scheme of things. So I think they get to maybe 6 wins here. And I'm going to go under on Carolina. Gonna go different route
for me. Perfect.
So
Perfect.
There we go.
I'm going over on Tampa Bay. I think y'all are insane. I think it's a highly talented roster that could easily win 10.
What is highly talented? AKA old?
They got talent all over the place.
Do they?
Yeah. Of course, you got Bucky Irving at back. Right now, you got the uber reliable Mike Evans and rookie Emeka Egbuka.
Okay.
Of course, Godwin should come back.
Yeah. What have they ever done with these incredible talented guys?
Won the Super Bowl with Tom Brady.
With these guys?
Yeah.
Oh,
with a lot of them.
No, not a lot of them. Not Bucky Irving, not Ibuka.
Yeah.
And they had a different tight end, a different wide receiver. They had a lot of things in place, and a different quarterback, which seems important to note. I like Godwin and I like Evans, but I feel like people are jumping on this team a little bit, and I'm they're only getting older. They're not getting younger. I like the talent and I like where Baker's headed. But my boy Nick Wright picked him to make the Super Bowl, and I'm that's crazy to me. That's crazy. I can't see that at all. I can't see
Nick Wright.
This team.
He's always right. It's in the name.
No, he's not always right, Chris. He's right a lot of times in some things, but him picking the Bucs to make the
SCG,
Super
can we
Bowl
get a Nick Wright emote?
is questionable at best. He's just trying to be different, but it's wrong. It's wrong. The Bucs, no, the Bucs can't do it. No shot.
We could do it. I'll make a Nick Wright emote. We'll do it. Yeah, Bucs still have the same ceiling they have for me every year, and that's one round in the playoffs, win, and then maybe that's it. So there we go. All right, so we are all good with the NFC South. Are we good, Rec? You good?
Yes.
All right, let's move on. Let's get to the NFC North. Let's go to the North. And one of the best, craziest divisions in football last year. Will it be crazy again this year?
Yes, very.
I think, and I talked a lot about this, somewhat of a hot take, but somewhat. I think there's going to be a lot of shifting in the NFC. So, am I first on this one? I think I am.
Yes, you are.
Okay. All right. So we got, let's see, Detroit at the top here. So let's go ahead. Let's look at Detroit. I think Detroit is a 10-win team this year. I'm going under 10.5. I think they win 10. I think they win 10. I still think I still think they're going to be good. They're still going to be towards the top here, but I think that they are. They take a little step back this year. They overachieved last year. They put a lot in the gas in the tank to get to where they did. They still battle injuries across. They're still battling injuries now, early in the season. I know all teams battle injuries, things along those lines, but the Detroit Lions definitely hit that bug last year, and I hope they get it figured out, but this division overachieved a lot, and rightfully so. They all played well, and this was a crazy division. I think all the teams kind of take a little step back in this division this year to some extent. So, except for maybe one or two, but I'm going under.
So, no.
Except for half of them.
Under for Detroit. I think they're a 10-win team. All right. Next up, we are going to go the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota Vikings are at 9.5. I think they are an under team for me as well. Minnesota overachieved, I think, last season. We all kind of felt it. They lost some different pieces. They lost
Chris's new favorite quarterback, Sam Darnold.
They lost Sam Darnold.
You actually turns out you hate
Sam Darnold, who is a juggernaut. He's absolutely yeah. I think this Minnesota Vikings team 9.5. That's a tall number here in this one. Tough division. Under.
Evil. They made Darnold look good, and now you doubt?
I know, right? What am I doing? All right, so there we go. Minnesota, under. Next, we have the Green Bay Packers. Green Bay just made that acquisition. This rose to 10.5 over. I had them kind of over 10.5. I had them at 11 wins even before that trade. I like them over for this one as well. They are a team that's going to compete in this division. They will run away with this division, in my opinion, and they will get to at least 11 wins, if not more. I expect more with the team that they already had and the team that they the player that they just got with Micah Parsons. So there we go. Green Bay over on their projection, and that leaves the Chicago Bears. I'm going under 8.5. I think they do step up this year, but they only get to 8 wins, if anything. They made some additions on the offensive line. We talked a little bit about it on a previous show. Is Caleb going to be able to elevate that team, even with the offensive line and that coaching staff putting him in a good place to succeed? I think this is an average team. Average is around 8-9 wins, give or take. So I'm going to go 8 wins, Chicago, under for them.
All right. Chairman, so book it. Chris is calling for the Packers to win the North. Noted. I'd hate to be that guy. Just don't listen to my predictions, then, Chairman.
Chairman, you're not. If you didn't like what I had to say, then you're.
Don't do it. Just sign off for a little bit, or lose internet, or electricity.
Lose internet.
Whatever you may do in Detroit.
Do what you always do in Detroit.
I will start with the Lions. Under.
Bro,
I actually think the
dude.
Lions on the under is a good thing for them. I think they have now proven in the regular season they can dominate. Obviously had some injury issues. They lose both coordinators on both sides of the football. That's a concern. I think maybe they take the regular season a little more lightly, and I think that's okay. Because now their focus should be, they've already proven that they can be a really good team in the regular season. Now you got to win the playoffs. So because of that and because of things, I will take under 10.5 on the Lions. Vikings, 9.5. I'm gonna reach for the stars here, Chris.
No, don't do it.
They're going over.
Don't
I'm
do
gonna
it.
reach for the stars. I'm gonna take the over.
No, don't do it.
Was Sam Darnold good? I don't know. I can't. He was never good before. I know he was a top 3 pick in the draft, but never good before. JJ, this team won. What did they win last year? 14 games.
14 games, and we're a wild card.
So he could be 10. He could be 4 games worse than Sam Darnold and still win 10. Like, I feel like this team isn't ready to win anything, but I feel like 9.5, so just an embarrassingly low number. I don't know if I believe in JJ. I don't think anyone knows what JJ is going to provide, because when he was at Michigan, he wasn't asked to do a lot. He was good in what he asked to do, but and won an Natty, but he wasn't asked to do a lot. So I think the idea of what we know JJ will be, regardless of what side you're on, whether he's going to be good or bad, is unknown at this point. So I'll take the over, because he's not 5 games worse than Sam Darnold. Packers, easy over. Easy over. Packers are my. I'll do spoilers right now. They're my 1 seed in the NFC. You probably have the best pass rush now. Not probably. You have the best pass rush in the NFC. Jordan Love wasn't even healthy last year. You get hopefully wide receiver 1 in the first round of the draft, and Matthew Golden. You still have Josh Jacobs, who's been solid. I think the Packers are going to be really, really good, and they'll easily clear 10.5. Bears under 8.5. I'm not a believer in Caleb Williams. I'm out on Caleb Williams. And I wasn't that way before the draft. I've just seen enough where I'm just like, he's just not that guy.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
He's not that guy for me. So I think the Bears, despite a lot of talent across the board, still underachieve. Go under 8.5.
Okay. All right. So
SCG, would you have had the over prior to the Parsons trade?
Yes.
I would have had the over as well.
I would have the over.
Yeah.
It's even more so now, but yes, I would have the over prior to the Parsons trade. Packers did terrible in division play last year, and I understand that, but from what I've heard, Love wasn't even healthy last year. This team's gonna be really good. This team's gonna be a problem.
Yeah,
for sure.
We'll see how they fare in our predictions a little bit later when we have our playoff predictions. All right, so across the board there, pretty standard. I think we only disagreed on 1 for that division. Yep, I think that was Minnesota.
Correct.
Captain, what's good? We're going through predictions. Captain, welcome in. By the way, guys, contest. I'm spamming the contest. We are building up all of our different contests, super contest, pick'em, and survivor. Join in. It's free, and you can win ActionLab gear like I'm wearing right now, the hat, the sweatshirt. We have all of these cool things in our store that if you win these contests...
Wear it better than Chris can.
Try.
Try, he says.
Hold my beer, because it's you guys, who knows?
Just kidding. Look at that guy.
I'm a good-looking dude.
Are you?
Just, don't have to question it. Don't question it.
I will question it all I want.
Just
stop me.
Just go with it. Fate is sure still worth it. All right, let's get to the next division. NFC East. All right, here we go. NFC East is up. Scotty, I believe you are first.
Correct.
Okay. This is the first time I'm seeing these numbers, actually. All right, I'll start with the Eagles. I'll go over on the Eagles. I think they win 12 plus games. That's such a sucker bet.
Yeah, I can hear
it's such a sucker
going up in your mouth.
It's so much of a sucker bet. And I could easily see them. And I think they have problems in the playoffs. And I'm not high on the Eagles next year, actually. But 11.5. Well, 11.5 is actually the highest number across the NFL. I think there were 4 or 5 teams that all share that number, which is the highest in the NFL. I'm going to go higher. I'm going to go over on 11.5 in the Eagles. It's just a really talented team. They might fall apart, and I think they will fall apart at some point. And like everything's good when it's good with the Eagles, but with that head coach, I think when things start going bad, everything goes bad quickly. I still think their head coach sucks. I know he won a Super Bowl, but I still think he sucks.
He made his second Super Bowl.
Made 2 Super Bowls. I still think he sucks as a head coach. I mean, just an incredibly talented roster that he was handed, but he sucks as a head coach. You put him on any other team, he would be garbage as a head coach. Cowboys 7.5. Is this adjusted?
This is as of right now.
I'm gonna go over on the Cowboys.
Okay.
I think everyone's gonna bet the under. I think you see the optics. You see, like, you just traded away your most talented player. You see all this. You see that. The Cowboys are gonna have a top 5 offense in the league this year because they have to. If everyone stays healthy, that offense will be elite. The
Who's
defense
their offensive coordinator again? I forget.
I know who it is.
Yeah, I actually don't know. I'm not trying to be an ass.
No, I know. I know who it is. I can't think of the name right now.
I mean, you do it.
Cowboys coaching staff.
It's
some guy.
Dude.
It's some guy.
Clayton
SDG
Adams.
Clayton.
No, wait, no, that's not who I was thinking.
Yeah, let me go to their website and make sure that's the right one. That's what's offensive coordinator Clayton Adams.
Okay, Clayton.
I don't know who that is.
No one.
Neither do I. And the D coordinator,
Is he
by the way,
That motherfucker back there is not real.
probably not real. So their D coordinator, Matt Eberflus.
I knew Eberflus, which is a D coordinator. I think he can be fine.
He's fine. He's probably better as a coordinator. He's a coordinator guy.
He's a coordinator guy. Yeah, not a good head coach, but a decent head coach or DC. I just think the Cowboys are going to be forced to score a lot of points. That offense will put up a lot of points. The defense, they just signed one of their corners, Deron Bland, to an extension today.
After talking to his agent, actually.
Is that how that
Big
works?
shock.
Is that how that works? To
Spoiler alert, I don't think the Cowboys won this. But I don't think they lost it to the extent that people think. I think most players in the Cowboys locker room did not like the podcast that Mike Parsons had.
Makes sense.
At all.
The thing with this, it's not like the trade itself wasn't horrible. They got solid compensation. The problem is Jerry had a perfectly good situation, and he chose to take a shit on it.
Yeah, Jerry's an idiot. There's no doubting that. But you look at the Cowboys with Micah Parsons on the roster, 4 playoff games. Micah Parsons in those 4 playoff games has 1 sack. And that sack came in a blowout win in the last 2 minutes of the game against the Patriots and Tom Brady in his last year ever.
The Buccaneers.
Against the Bucs when they were up like 45-17 with 2 minutes to go and he got a sack. So in the playoffs, when you need your best players to be the best, Micah Parsons didn't do shit. And then you're telling me $47 million? I think Micah Parsons is really, really good. Obviously, he's one of the best athletes. He's borderline the best defensive rusher athlete I've ever seen. But like, there's issues there. So like, as a Cowboys fan, am I that upset? No. I want them to just totally sell out, though. I want them to just know they're going to be bad, but they don't know that yet. So because of that, and because Pickens and Dak and this offensive line and CD, I think they'll score points. I think they win 8 games, maybe 9, actually, maybe 10. I think they're in between 8 and 10.
Not 9, not 10, not 11, not 12.
They don't eclipse 10. They're in between 8 and 10 for me.
So friendly reminder that Jerry had so much respect for Micah Parsons and everything that he was doing that he forgot his name.
Michael Parson.
Even at the press conference, people were counting it. It was like 10 times they called him Michael. Without correcting himself.
Michael Parson. I love that. I really do love that guy. I love that guy.
Yeah, let me run through these. Giants at 5.5 is such a low number, but I can't just take the over on everybody, right?
Yeah.
I like Malik Neighbors. Beyond that, I don't know what I like there. I think they're under. I think they win 5 games. Commanders, I'm under on. I think the Commanders are going to be the biggest disappointment in football this year, based off last year. Win a little too much success, a little too early. I think they'll come back down to earth this year. I don't have them actually, spoiler alert, making the playoffs in the NFC. So I will take the under on the Commanders at 9.5.
All right. Under 9.5. All right. So let's go with my picks here, which
we're all the same.
We're pretty in line here across the board, Scotty. Let me, except for maybe one, I think.
Or 2. Or 3.
Or 4, not 5, not 6, not 7.
We're up to 7. There's only 14.
Wait a minute. Wait. There's only 4 in each No.
Spoiler.
You can't handle the truth.
Yeah, I can't. Let's go. Eagles. I'm with you. This is too much of a talented team. Like, I think they're around 11 wins, but like there's some this team is just stacked. Roster-wise, on paper, what they did, they're going to be a good regular season team. We know that.
If Tush Push was taken out of the league, I'd take the under in a second.
I might be with you there. I wanted to find a reason to take the under here and have them at 11 wins. I think they're going to at least get to 12. So over on the Eagles. Cowboys. I think people might be underselling Dallas a little bit. I have the over at 7.5. I think Dak is going to have a season this year that is going to be better than we're used to seeing. I'm predicting Dak has a better year.
I think there's a real life scenario where Dallas scores the second most points in the NFL.
I wouldn't go against you on that. I think Dallas, they have the distraction out with Michael Parson. Michael Parson. He ain't on our. We got his ass out of town. We don't need him around here. These parts no more," said Jerry. Glory hole. All right, so he's gone. So I think you have a locker room that's starting to be in a spot where they're going to be feeling good going into a season. No bullshit, no anything else. I think they're going to unify a little bit more. I like Dallas to get to 8 or 9 wins. So I'll take the over on Dallas. The New York Giants, how many wins did they get last year, Rec?
It wasn't 6, but I don't know what it was. It was under 6.
This one,
probably 4 or 5.
This one was tough for me because I think the Giants, I mean, they have some interesting pieces. They just don't have a complete team. But we all knew that. I think the Giants get to where I went low on the 2 worst teams. You have New Orleans and New York, the New York Giants. Where I went lower on New Orleans, I'll go the Giants to get 6 wins. They'll find a way. We'll go.
So you're over thus far in this division.
Yep. And I'm going under on Washington. I think that's a consensus. I don't think anyone's really. When it comes to Jane Daniels and this team, they're not creeping up on teams anymore. People are expecting and bringing their A game to play Washington. I don't know if Washington's going to have on that sophomore slump candidate season for Jane Daniels. I don't feel like they're going to get there. So I think this is a down season along with a lot of the other people across the media. And will they be a good team? I think they will. Maybe they get to 9. But they're not going to be as sneaky of a pick and dark horse of a pick anymore. People know who they are. So Washington, they're going to get A games from other teams. I think they struggle a little more this year, under 9.5. So
quick note on a couple of these teams. The Commanders, something to make you worry about your picks. Everyone is saying that this will be a sophomore slump year.
I know.
I don't think I've seen one.
Yeah,
person
it's not a hot take.
say that the Commanders. I don't think I've seen one person say that the Commanders can actually.
I've seen some
up.
takes that have them going to the Super Bowl. So,
yeah.
Just
well,
saying,
ESPN
it's
doesn't
out there.
count.
That was not ESPN. Why would I pay attention to that?
Yeah, and also for the Giants, they have a really hard schedule actually. So here
Well, they play the AFC West along with obviously the NFC East twice, but
yeah, I think I did this on the last stream, but yeah, here are all the teams that had a below 500 record last year that the Giants played. The Saints, the 49ers, and the Bears, and the Patriots. And Vegas, the Raiders, that's 5 teams, and that's
sounds like a tough schedule.
And of course, the Patriots are going to be better.
I would hate to be over on 3 of the 4 of these.
Yeah.
I would hate to be that guy.
Well, maybe I'm that guy. Maybe I'm making it spicy. Let's go.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, like I said, I have the Giants going 2-15. They're going to be bad.
They're not going to be worse than the Saints. The Giants won't be worse than the Saints.
I actually predict the Saints get their first win of the year against the Giants.
I think they'll battle it out. It's going to be close.
That'll be one hell of a tank bowl.
That might be semi-interesting. It's one of those things I like to go all the way. If we're going to do something, we're going to do it all the way. If we're going to have the worst game of the season, I want to have 2 just 0-win teams going into that matchup and see how terrible and awful that dumpster fire can be. Dumpster fires are still fun to watch once in a while. You know what I'm saying? Like, just saying. All right. So there we go. NFC East in the books. Let's go to the AFC West.
All right, Chris, you're first.
All right. I am first. Let's go into it. All right. So we start out.
Who's in the AFC West?
We have 7 teams in the AFC West, right?
Nobody worth a damn.
So we have 7 or 8 teams in this division.
No.
Shoot.
Joe Quills, Chiefs way under.
Joe Quills, way under.
It should be under 4.5.
All right. Well, let's talk about them. Kansas City Chiefs. I'm going over for the Kansas. I tried to tease that one. It was like going under. You see what I did there? But 11.5 wins. This team, the way they manage games, they just figure out ways to win. They did win a lot of close 1-score games, but that's like their identity. So like a lot of people I hear saying like, oh, some of those games are going to flip. I'm like, how are they going to flip when you have a coach that knows how to win in those situations and a quarterback that knows how to win in those situations? That's kind of their bread and butter.
And the help of the refs.
I'm just going to ignore that ignorant comment.
Well, now you're back.
I'm not going to get baited into that nonsense.
So yeah, that was the knock on them in a couple of these people across the media, like, oh, they're not going to win the same, close games that's what they do. So I'm going to go over. They have the best quarterback. They have the best coach in the league. They can get to 12 wins. So I'll go over on that.
This prediction doesn't know about Patrick's sadness yet, since the refs won't be giving the Chiefs all the calls.
Why wouldn't they? Why would they stop giving the Chiefs all the calls?
Thank you, Evil, for the biddies.
Now?
I mean, the NFL is going to give them a free
They've been
pass
doing it for 7 straight years, apparently, because in the last 7 years as Mahomes is a starter, there's only There's only one time the Chiefs didn't get to 12 wins.
Scotty, it's how your turn
and
to
they got
call.
11. Well, I'm just trying to let you
guys,
know.
contest links in the chat. They're free. Enter in right now. Don't not enter in. They're free, and it's fun all season long. Survivor, Pick'em, and Super Contest. All right, so Chiefs over. Chargers, the Los Angeles Chargers.
We already know you're going under there.
It's gonna be there. It's gonna under.
No.
Under for the Chargers. I think if they didn't lose that offensive lineman, I feel like they would be maybe on the opposite side of this 9.5. But I think that's a big loss for a team, especially in a division that gets after the passer. Broncos can rush the passer. Chiefs. I mean, even the Raiders. Raiders can get after it too. So I think that I feel like the Chargers are going to struggle a little bit in some of the division, and I also think that's going to carry over in some of the other matchups they have on the season. So I feel like this feels like a 9-win team. So I'm going to go under for the Chargers. Broncos. I'm going to go over. No shock. No shock there.
Yeah,
You went over?
I
Over.
knew he was going to do that.
I think the Denver Broncos are probably a 10-win team this year. And I know their schedule's harder. They have some tougher. So I'm going to be on the opposite side of the 9.5 for this one. So whereas the Chargers are around a 9-win team on the bottom end, Broncos on the top end team on a 10-win kind of projection for me. I think they can get double-digit wins. I don't know. The schedule and what they have ahead of them is tougher this season, which is why I'm not going like, oh, they're going to win 11 or 12 games. I think this is a 10-win team. They can potentially find themselves in a playoff position with a wild card if they play their cards right. So 10-win team minimum for the Broncos. And then the Raiders. What do I have? Las Vegas. What did I put for them? So I think the Raiders are going to go. I think I'm going to go over on the Raiders here.
Over
For Raiders. I think they can get to 7 wins. They have an upgraded coach and quarterback, obviously, because they have Geno. And so they have upgrades in both those. Even if both of them are average, I mean, I would say Pete Carroll's a little bit of a better coach than an average coach, but still, it's not like he's blowing the doors off anything. It's still an upgrade over what they had last year, because last year was a disaster. So last year was a disaster. They still got some wins that they probably didn't expect. So that being said, Las Vegas over 6.5. I think that's going to be a doable task for that team.
Okay. So you win Chiefs over, Chargers under, Broncos over, Raiders over.
Yep.
Right?
Correct.
Okay. I will start with the Chiefs. Easy over. I mean, listen. Just provide the stats. Since Mahomes has been a starter, their worst season, the only time they didn't eclipse 11.5 was 11 wins, and they won the Super Bowl that year. They've always been over 11 wins every other year with Mahomes. The 7 years Mahomes has been a starting quarterback. So at 11.5, this roster is better than it was last year. They went 15-2. I'm going to take the over. Chargers, 9.5. Chris, this was your one under in this division.
Yep.
I'm going to take the over. This team, I mean, Harbaugh's just a solid coach. They're going to be solid, not spectacular. They're going to be a little boring. They kind of own you in head-to-head matchups against the Broncos, even last year. I think the Chargers are a solid team, not spectacular, but I think solid gets them to 10 wins with their head coach, their quarterback. Their defense is solid. I think there's a lot of good pieces there. Broncos.
We all know where you're going.
Go.
Yeah, I'm going under.
Oh, okay.
Everyone in the world is going over on that. So it might be my favorite bet of the year is to go under on 9.5. I mean, we've talked about it before. I think Bo Nix has a slump. I think you were the healthiest team in the league last year. I think that falls back to earth. I think you have some issues there. I think your head coach is a douchebag.
Good though.
good when it's going good, not good when it's going bad. So if they lose a couple, I think it could spiral with him. But I agree, he's a good coach. But like in this division, where does he rank as coach? I am not sure. All four teams
Probably
have great
third.
coaches. All four teams have great coaches.
Yeah.
Probably third, maybe
And this,
fourth.
obviously the best coach division in all of football, and it's not close. Every one of them outside of Jim Harbaugh, who's won a national championship in college, has won a Super Bowl. So pretty damn impressive. But I'm going to take the under on the Broncos. I think everyone's a little too high on the Broncos. Raiders, I'm taking the over. I think it's an easy over. I'm taking the over on 3 of the 4 here. Maybe that's a statement on where I think the Broncos go. I don't know. I just don't. I think the Raiders get a massive upgraded coach, massive upgraded quarterback, and a massive upgraded running back. One of the best.
Massive. I don't. Oh, a massive head coach.
Who was their quarterback last year, Chris?
Like everybody Gardner Minshew, Aiden O'Connell.
You mean the backup in Kansas City?
Aiden O'Connell, which
So yes, massive.
I think it's going from like on a scale of 1 to 10, like a 5 to a 4 to a 5.5.
You combine the coach with the quarterback and the new running back, who we all watched on Thursday night. Boise State couldn't I don't even know if they knew what to do with the football without Ashton Jeanty. Listen, I don't want the Raiders to be good. I'm a Chiefs fan. But, like, damn. Maybe he's just that good. I think the Raiders are going to win 7 games for sure, just from Pete Carroll alone. But upgrades at other positions, I'm taking the over on the Raiders.
Clap to the Broncos wide receivers, Mims, Djokovic. You just wait. Just wait till you see. I mean, their wide receiver core isn't exactly like the best in the NFL. There's a lot of other better teams with better rotations, but there's a couple guys flashing. Pat Bryant, you got Cortland Sutton, obviously, Marvin Mims, Troy Franklin's showing out in preseason. I know it's preseason and you don't know what you're getting in preseason, but you got some decent options if they end up being kind of what their flashes have shown in preseason. So, we'll see.
Clap. You think Jeanty is better than Jonathan Taylor? I don't know. I don't know yet. I think Jonathan Taylor, I'm higher on Jonathan Taylor than most people, so I think Jeanty will be really good. I don't know. I like them both. Not sure how to compare them without Jeanty playing an NFL game, so I remember last year when Jonathan Taylor just dropped the ball for no reason at the end zone
against Denver. Yeah.
Really fucking hated that.
Yeah. Which in this division, Raiders and Chargers numbers are good. Raiders will be either 6 or 7 wins. Chargers will either be 9 or 10. Broncos, easy 9-win team.
I can't wait to be. I'm just saying, like, if this ends up being, let's just say hypothetically, this ends up being like an 11-win team or 12-win team. Oh, it's gonna feel. I'm just saying hypothetically.
If you're talking about the Broncos,
yes,
okay,
he is.
If this team wins 11 or 12 games, it's gonna feel so good.
The problem is the Broncos have such a low ceiling.
That's like me saying if the Chiefs win a Super Bowl, it'll feel so good.
But see, well, I guess you have some haters too.
What's more likely, the Broncos winning 12 games or the Chiefs winning a Super Bowl?
Chiefs.
Yeah.
No.
So you saying your thing is worse than me saying the Chiefs win a Super Bowl. What do you mean no? Our floor in 7 years with Mahomes as quarterback is overtime of the AFC Championship game.
Okay, let's go to the next division, Chris.
That's our floor, Chris.
The floor might change this year. We'll see.
Floors, I hear that every year, and then it doesn't.
Chris, next one.
All right, here we go. AFC North. No, I went first on the last one, didn't I? I went first on the AFC.
Yes. You did.
Yeah,
you did. Shit. I hate these numbers. I'm gonna go. All right, I'll start at the top with the Bengals. They're just at the top there. I actually need to make sure. I think I made my picks today. I'm pretty sure I had the Bengals making the playoffs. I think the Bengals. Listen, I know their defense is gonna suck. I understand that. Their offense is going to be really good, though. They're going to win games. I don't think that's a recipe to win in the playoffs, but I think they can slide into the playoffs. So I have the Bengals over 9.5. I think I have them. I think literally as the 6 or 7 seed. I can't remember in the AFC as a wild card. So to get there, you got to get to 10 wins, right? So
Yes.
I will ride that train, and the Bengals get to 10 wins. Despite my hatred for them. Ravens. 11.5 is like a really solid number.
By the way, there's a lot of solid numbers here. Like, there's a lot of efficient numbers where it's like, this is going to be around 11 or 12 win team. Like,
yeah. I think I'm actually going to lean under on the Ravens as well. I think they'll be 11 or 12. So it's like a toss-up. I agree. I think they're going to end with 11 or 12 wins. But I would lean towards the under. Maybe the Ravens start valuing playoff games more than the regular season.
Nah.
And you'll see with my playoff seeds where I have them. I don't have them in a bad spot at all, but like I don't know. They've been on 1 seed a couple times with Lamar, and where did that get them? Nowhere at all. They won 1 game in 2 years, as 2 different years as the 1 seed. So, Browns at 4.5. Fuck. Do I have to pick the Browns? I don't care. Can we just shoot them off the map? Why do they exist?
we can shoot them into the sun. Yes.
Damn it! I'm gonna take the Browns at over 4.5 for no reason at all.
And you hate it.
I hate it. I don't know. Taking 4 or
you
less.
trusted the elite Joe Flacco.
They might, they have some good players. Who the fuck knows? Steelers at 8.5. Feels like you have to go. Feels like you have to go over there, right? I mean, they win 9 games every year. They win 9 every year.
So you're gonna go with the over.
Yeah, because that will make Rec a living hell of like they go 9-8 again.
That would
and that
be
will make
hell.
me happy. And Aaron Rodgers can win a few football games if he doesn't have to throw the ball. Yeah, give me the over. The Steelers are going 9-8 this year, so give me the over on the Steelers.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Bengals. I went over on the Bengals. As weird as that sounds, I'm with you, Scotty. Like, their offense will win them games. And
the defense will lose them games.
The defense will lose them games. Yeah, that's true. But I still think their offense is elite enough to get them to double-digit wins and a challenge for a wild card. So, that being said, I was looking across the landscape and I was just like, we'll get into our picks here in a little bit for the playoffs. And it's just one of those teams where I just somehow, some way, Joe Burrow's going to stay healthy. They have weapons on offense. They're going to find ways to win games. I'm going over, but it's not much over. It's like, 10 wins. That's it.
In a true straight up format, and they obviously played at the end of last year, but like, do you think in a playoff game, all pieces available, everything available, who wins between Cincy and Denver in your mind?
I think Denver has a good chance to win that game.
I would hate to watch that game as a postseason game.
The offensive line.
You didn't really answer.
I would take Denver.
Okay, because you said Denver would have a good chance. That's different than picking Denver.
I would pick Denver. If today, if I had those two teams up against each other, I think the overall the defense for the Denver Broncos to counteract the offense for the elite offense against an elite defense, kind of counterbalance. But I think the offense has a higher floor than their defensive floor. So that being said, I would take Denver.
Okay. I would take Cincy, but it's not. I can
it's
see
still
why
ugly.
you would take Denver.
It's still horrible to talk about.
I can see why you would take Denver. I don't think it's like egregious one way or the other, but they did play with the playoff berth somewhat on the line.
Yeah.
Second last week of last season, and Cincy did beat Denver in that game. But
yeah. So Bengals over 10. Ravens at 11.5. They just win regular season games. I don't think they'll ever learn their lesson of just taking it easy a little bit. I think they're going to put pedal to the metal because Lamar is that kind of guy. So I went over on Baltimore. They seem like a team that just attacks the regular season every single year. They'll get to 12. So I got over.
I will say, as I'm doing the playoff bracket for the AFC, it seems very important to get the 1 seed. Not only do you get the bye, but then you likely avoid having to play. I mean, right now, and things can change obviously this season, but right now in the AFC, there's a clear top 3, right?
KC, Buffalo, Baltimore.
Yeah. So if you can avoid having to play both those teams as the 1 seed and then get whoever survives at home, pretty good situation, right? Yeah. So like there's a big benefit
if you get the way the AFC South or the Chargers somehow.
Yeah, you're not that those teams can't be good, but like right now on paper, avoiding having to play Buffalo or Baltimore or Kansas City in that second round, whoever you are, is a big advantage. Now, granted, 2 years ago, obviously Kansas City went on the road and beat Buffalo and Baltimore.
No one asked.
It's fine. No, I think people did. I think people asked.
So Chris, Cleveland.
Cleveland. By the way, spoiler alert, you're kind of describing how the certain path for a certain team for me later. So Cleveland. So this is a weird one because like the line was 5.5 for the longest time, and I was like, I would probably go under 5.5. When I pulled this up and built this graphic today, the lines across the board were 4.5. And I was like, 4.5 is a shitty number for Cleveland. Because can they win? Should they be able to win 5 games? Yes. Here's my thing with Cleveland. It's like, how long is Joe Flacco going to be in there? If he's going to be in there for most of the season, I feel like they can get to the over on 4.5 wins. I feel like that's doable for Old Man River. Now, my issue is I'm kind of questioning when they're going to start having Cleveland fans revolt and try to start getting the rookies up and playing. Gabriel, and then not only that, Gabriel sucks. Sanders, he's kind of got this Tebow vibe where people are like curious about him and wanting to see what he's got. Is he the guy?
It's not curious. It's an outright fucking obsession.
And here's the thing. I think that's going to be the whole turmoil. And they're going to be trotting out rookies. I feel like, what are we, week 4 or 5? Week 6 maybe? And they're going to be losing a ton of games. It's not going to be pretty.
Where are you going?
I'm going under for the Browns. I'm going 4 wins. It sucks, but like, but again, if Flacco's in there for a long period of time, I just think there's going to be a lot of moving parts with how they handle that situation. So I think it's how it's going to be, and they're going to want to see what their guys got. This might be a shit show with a bunch of rookies running the show, and I just don't have a high hope for them. So I'm going to lean under. I don't love 4. I think 5 is absolutely obtainable, but like it depends on how they handle that. And then finally, the Steelers. They're an 8-win team this year. I'm going under. They're an 8-win team, and I'm sticking with it. The Pittsburgh Steelers. I mentioned it with the Aaron Rodgers situation.
Love that for me.
The Aaron Rodgers situation in the Jets is kind of the same as it is here in Pittsburgh. A good defense. a piece or two on offense, but really you have an aging quarterback and a team that's just completely average. So I'm going to be on the other side of the fence. This is the first time.
Do you think a combination of Justin Fields and Russell Wilson is a better quarterback than Aaron Rodgers?
I mean, Aaron Rodgers is in the back end. Like, he's not good.
I'm saying that as an honest question. I wouldn't disagree if you said it either way. I'm just asking.
Yeah, I just the what we've been watching out of Aaron Rodgers over the last year and a half, it's been bad. So,
but you aren't a Russ believer either.
But Russ somehow won games. But
yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I either way, I'm splitting hairs here. 9 wins, 8 wins. I just think the luck runs out, and they're still perfectly average. They're just on the losing side this time. So 8. I'm gonna go 8.
Fields was 4-1, and they benched him. Club said, "Yeah, because
4-2, but yeah,
because we could all use our eyeballs and notice that he wasn't very good at the quarterback position." But
yeah,
nor was Russ, but they just had that problem of not having a quarterback on the roster.
I'm going to go against both of y'all for Cincinnati, and the only reason for that is that they always start slow.
Yep.
They do.
But then even when they start slow, they usually end up with a pretty good record.
Which is so I think they start off 1-5 this year.
Whoa.
1-5.
With a healthy Joe Burrow. Because he's healthy right now, right? He
was healthy last year too.
No.
And they still started like 1-3, 1-4, something like that.
I thought he was battling some stuff like starting early in that season, if I'm not mistaken.
1-5, and they don't even have that hard of a schedule to start.
Yeah, I agree, but yeah.
Browns, Jags, Vikings, the first 3 weeks?
Yeah, I think they only win one of those games. And the one they win is at Minnesota. For some reason, the Bengals always suck in Cleveland, especially early in the season. So
Listen,
I'm taking Cleveland that game.
I will absolutely cheer for that. I will not ever cheer for the Bengals. So I will cheer for that, but
yeah. And then
I can't cheer for a team that doesn't even have an airport. Like,
and then after week 3, you got Broncos, Lions, Packers. I think that's 3 losses right there. Definitely 2 to the Lions and the Packers.
I don't know about definitely, but
at best, after week 6, they're 3-3. That's their ceiling after 6 weeks.
I don't agree that that's their ceiling is 3-3.
Yeah.
They could easily win the first 3 weeks against the Browns, Jaguars.
They could if it wasn't for Zach Taylor not understanding how before football works and how to get his team ready for a season.
Yeah, I don't think their ceiling is 3-3. I think
Look,
their
it's
ceiling might be 5-1. Frankly,
Captain Irvin,
Rick,
it's not hating. It's the fact that that's how the Bengals have been the last 6 years.
They always historically, and they're aware of it. They talk about it as players.
Even if they win,
they haven't fixed it yet. But
even if the Bengals win a couple games that they have been losing in the beginning of the season, they're still going to be in a spot where they're going to finish the season on a high note and be in the mix for a playoff position.
Yeah, I 100% agree.
They do, towards the end of their season, have a stretch of Ravens, Bills, Ravens in 3 weeks.
Ooh.
Yeah, I have the Bengals winning the last 4 games to get them to 9 wins.
They do.
So I think they're a 9-8 team again.
But
guys, for all you guys, Black Market's just joining us. Black Market, join in on the links. We have all of our hit that follow button, by the way, too. All of our contest links are in the chat. Be Pick'em, our Survivor, and our Super Contest, all free. Click the links. All the passwords are there. You have them at your disposal. So go in, register. You have to get in. It's going to be fun all season long. And then we're going to do a lot of trash talk and have some fun with you guys. So make sure you join in. All right. So Rex against us on the Cincinnati Bengals. Okay.
Yeah, just because they start off very slow as they have in the past.
The problem with the Bengals is that Chase didn't want to play until a contract last year. Burrow had wrist issue. Yeah, that's what it was. It was like some wrist stuff, wasn't it? He hit his hand on the helmet or something, or maybe I'm thinking of I don't know. Either way.
Might get hurt again though.
Yeah, he's injured.
If they stay healthy, they'll hit 10 wins.
So
Even with that garbage defense, they're good enough.
offense wins games too. You know, even if you can outrace some teams, if their offense isn't as good as yours, it doesn't matter. Like you're putting up, you know, just boat racing teams. All right, I think we have one division left.
Yep, and it's another ugly division.
All right, here we go.
Don't sleep on Mike Gesicki. He's the new Kelsey.
He's
the new old man.
new Mike Gesicki is the new Kelsey. It's those are two names that are not close to each other in a lot of circles.
I don't even understand what you're saying. They play the same position, but that's the only similarity. And they're both Caucasian. That's it.
We have our predictions for the playoffs coming up after this division, so don't you go anywhere. Please join in on the contests. This division looks bleak. It's because it is. True. All right, let's dive in. Is it you or me first on this one?
It's you, Chris.
Okay. Jacksonville Jaguars. It's the resurgence. It's the renaissance of old sunshine. I'm going over. Renaissance. I'm going over on the Jacksonville Jaguars, over 7.5. They've had some rough seasons. And last year, I predicted exactly what happened. They would finish last in the division and start out 1-5 and finish last in the division. That was a hot take, and it ended up happening.
No, they didn't finish last in the division, but they were bad.
They were bad. They were basic.
The Titans had the number 1 pick, Chris. So they didn't finish last.
They were.
But yes,
they were really bad. It was kind of it wasn't a terrible shot on my hot take, but
no,
I think that changes this year. I think they're better this year. They got they got a new coach. There's a lot of, by the way, Duval. Yeah. They got a lot. There's a lot of coaches and quarterback changes in this division. But I think Trevor Lawrence, when you're looking across this division, and you look at the Titans quarterback, you're looking at the Colts situation, like this is his time to show that, you know, where he was drafted and what he can do is still on the table. Like let's bring it back a little bit. So I'm going over on Jacksonville. I think they get to, and this is going to be a bad division. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going like skyrocket over. They're going to be just crushing, but they're going to be in the mix with a 500 record, along with some of these other teams that none of us really feel high on. But I'm going over for Jacksonville, 7.5. The Titans, Tennessee Titans. I'm going under 6.5. They're a young quarterback. I don't know what I'm getting week to week. I still don't feel great about the pieces there. So under for Tennessee. I have to see it first, and I just don't know if I'm going to see anything that's going to blow me away. Nothing strikes me as Tennessee Titans are going to get the 7 wins this year. So under 6.5 for Tennessee Titans. Texans. Where do I have the Texans? I think we kind of, I alluded to this a little bit with the Bryce Young and CJ Stroud. Is Bryce Young kind of coming out and maybe passing CJ as a hot take? That's kind of still the emphasis of my feeling about Houston, where I'm just like, this is a 9-win team. I'm going to go under. They win 9 games. Don't believe that they're going to be blowing the doors off. This is a completely average division here, and a bad to average division. I think the winning team will be, it's kind of like the NFC South. The AFC South is going to emulate that this year with a team that might be getting into the playoffs that has no business being there in this division. I'm going under for Houston. They get to 9 wins. And then the Colts. I know Scotty's going over. He's obsessed with the over on the Colts.
Telling it to stop it.
7.5.
Take the under.
They're an average team to slightly below average team with a couple quarterbacks that are
Take that under. I dare you.
with a couple quarterbacks that are just like you got Richardson, you got Daniel Jones who can elevate him a little bit this year. What did I say? I said Jags over, Titans under.
You have
Jags
Jags
under.
over, Titans and Texans under.
Titans.
You can go under on 3 teams.
Especially in a shade division like this.
Yeah. No shame in that game.
This is one of the tougher ones for me in the sense that like I think this is either an 8-win team or a 7-win team, and I'm just
with Daniel Jones.
With Daniel Jones, and
Kleb, Scotty loves Daniel Jones.
He loves him.
I do. He's my favorite quarterback in the league.
Give me the under. I'll take the under on the Colts.
Yes. That's what I wanted to hear.
All right, Scotty, what you got? Well, we know what you got for Indy.
We would have matched otherwise. I'm over on the Jags. I think Jags get an upgrade this year. I think they're a little healthier. I think they're 2 years removed from being the AFC divisional round. It's not a trash team. I know everyone's disappointed in Trevor Lawrence being the next thing, and he hasn't really got to that point, but like he still is arguably the best quarterback in this division, along with CJ Stroud. We'll see who ends up being the best, but like they're neck and neck in my opinion. So I'll take over 7.5 on Jags. Titans, kind of with you. Got to see it. I don't know how to feel about Cam Ward. I need to see more from Cam Ward. From everything I've heard, he's a good leader. He's intense. He works hard. Love that side of him. But like, I got to see it on the field. I don't know. I don't think the Titans are going to be very good this year. So I'm taking under 6.5. Texans, I think their defense is actually going to carry them. And they have a good quarterback in CJ Stroud and obviously Nico Collins and like pieces. But like, I don't know what they're doing to protect CJ Stroud. They are trading away their best linemen. The offensive line sucks. I think CJ Stroud's more of a downfield thrower. He's not like a quick out, get rid of the ball guy. I don't know what they're trying to do there. I'm under 9.5 on the Texans. Not a believer in the Texans this year. Dalton Schultz is a dog too. Sure. Dalton Schultz is a fine tight end.
Yeah. He's fine.
Anything. He's above average. Colts is 7.5. I just don't think everyone's like, oh, Scotty's a big Daniel Jones guy. I think we're underestimating how inconsistent and bad Anthony Richardson was. This team was competing in games last year with Anthony Richardson being dog shit, and then with their backups after that being dog shit. I'm not saying Daniel Jones is a good quarterback. I am saying Daniel Jones will provide a more stable quarterback than they've had in many years. And in a bad division, I wanted so badly, and I was too much of a bitch to do it, but I wanted to pick the Colts to win this division so badly in our predictions. I think the Colts easily go over 7.5.
This was a tough one to pick, by the way.
I think Daniel Jones provides stability. I think that team isn't great, but I think they're pretty solid in a division that's not good. They could easily win this division and should get to 8 wins for sure, in my mind.
Okay.
Daniel Jones, let's keep in mind, was, 2 or 3 years removed from a great record with the Giants, and they won a playoff game. Like
2021.
I'm not. No, it wasn't 2021.
That was 2021 was when he had. It was when he had that like 16 touchdown. Like he had like a bunch of rushing touchdowns or something crazy that year.
Yeah, that a good runner, but I don't know if he should run because he had some concussions. Regardless, I think people hate Daniel Jones is not a good quarterback, but I think people aren't familiar with how inconsistently bad Anthony Richardson was for them. It's not me believing in Daniel Jones. It's me not believing in Anthony Richardson.
Scotty convinced me the Jags might win this division. Hey, let's go. Well, guess what?
Anybody?
Guess what?
There's only 2 teams winning this division. It's not the front runner. The Texans are out.
Yeah, Texans at 9.5. That feels like one of the easiest unders of the year.
Yeah, it just doesn't. Texans
I don't
ain't
know
it.
what they're doing there. I don't know what their plan is. I am very confused by their plan. Their defense is very good. I think Texans' defense is very good. But damn it, if they can't protect their quarterback, and then you have Nico, Joe Mixon's not going to be healthy probably the whole year.
If Nico goes down at any point,
I know they have Nick Chubb, but like Nick Chubb at this point is what? Nothing. In my mind, Nick Chubb's just a guy.
If Nico goes down, Nico's had some injury issues, right? If he goes down, we've noticed that every single time he loses Nico Collins, he struggles to find options downfield. And he had other options too. Like he just couldn't.
Well,
House says all under.
Tank Dell, who unfortunately is going to miss probably this whole year, was going to be their second option. Obviously, they had Stephon Diggs to start the year last year. He got out early.
all
Tank
under
Dell
would be amazing.
Later on, but like.
I mean, it's realistic at this point.
Your best offensive lineman was Laramie Tunsil. You trade him away. Fine. But like your offensive line wasn't that good before it. Like, and CJ Stroud's like a guy that wants to push the ball down the field and is a good downfield thrower. So like it just doesn't I just don't know what the plan is in Houston. I don't believe in Houston right now.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, their ceiling is 9 wins.
Guys,
so Christian Kirk is a nothing, I guess. Yes, correct. Christian Kirk was a something 2 or 3 years ago. Not now.
All right, guys, we are about to release our predictions for the playoffs and all of our Super Bowl. Which don't if you clipped it, good for you. You cheaters.
Code yellow.
Code yellow. I'm gonna get all of our PSAs out there. I'm gonna go in and we're gonna look. I'm gonna put the free contests in the chat. I'm gonna do it right now. There are 3 links, and I want to see how many of you guys can register right now. So right now the Survivor League only has. Let's see how many people. 11. That's unacceptable. 11 people to play a free Survivor League with your boys Chris and Scott. Stop it. Jump in and register. Let's look at the Pick'em. Where's the Pick'em at? Let's see. Pick'em. How many people do we have? 16. Actually, no. How am I in here? Am I in here twice? I hope I'm not in here twice. No, I think I'm. Anyways, 16, 15. I might be in these twice accidentally. I just registered it twice, so there might be a couple of.
Good job, Chris.
Yeah, I'll just delete
You're ruining everything.
I'll delete one of my entries. I'm trying to make the numbers look better, guys. Jump in and play. Showing that I can't count, I guess. Are you showing Diacola? Let's see. I don't see you. Oh, yeah, I do. I see you in here. Yep, you're in here. And then there's a super contest. Make sure you guys join in. The super contest is a different one. It's a different one. That's against the spread. The survivor is picking all of the every week you pick one team to keep going. You can't pick them again. And you see how long you can make it. I don't even know what I'm joining, but I'll join. There you go, Clep. That's the attitude I want to hear. What's the G2G? What's a G2G channel? What's going on? Who's your team and where are you from? Like to get to know you a little bit. We have some free contests that you have to get in on. It's free. You could win.
You have to, or you will be fined.
Yeah, or you know.
At least be there so you don't get fined.
If you enjoy football and if you enjoy contests of like, you know, pick'ems and things, just like having fun, fantasy football stuff, you're going to love this. So join in. By the way, our Discord, if you're having trouble with anything, there's the Discord channel. So you could go in. Rec moderates that as well. He'll keep tabs on anyone who has questions. Fantasy football is going to be doing some outreach tomorrow, so we'll be getting that going. Let's see. Nice to see another sports streamer. Cowboys feeling a little hurt. Hey. Yeah.
Yep,
Cowboys. But we got the over. Scotty and I both like the over on the Cowboys. So we feel like they're going to be in a good spot. Not a great spot, but
I actually think they're better off hitting their under, but
they're
not going anywhere with their overs. So they'd be better off actually losing.
But another sports streamer. So shout out to G2G over here. Welcome in. Good to have you. But guys, hit that follow button if you're new. Let's go. Oh, just like that. Let's go. Thank you, G2G. So thank you for that follow and join in on all our contests. It's free, and we have ActionLab hoodies, we have ActionLab hats, we have pint glasses, we have all sorts of cool prizes that we give out. So make sure you tune in, and if you win, we will hook you up. We gave out jerseys for the super contest, so go check that out.
Even though this guy doesn't like to actually
Shut
send them out.
up, Rex. I do. Just not to the losers. The losers I take my time with.
Can Sky sign my jersey when I win? If you want it to lose value, no, I'm just kidding.
That will actually. I'll do it for you, Klep. Just
yeah.
For you.
All right, Klep. If you win,
I don't do that often, but for you, Klep, I'll do it.
All right, let's get to the official predictions for Scotty and myself. I don't know which one's coming up first, so I'm just gonna go with it. And if
the Chiefs win, you know whose it is.
Well, we don't, and we have to announce who it is because I don't think we have a graphic showing who we picked, but we will talk about it here.
I'm just saying we'll know who it is based off of
who's in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. What a wild take to pick the Chiefs. They never get there.
All right, let's go. I got to update one more thing before we do, because we got to do the.
On the back end, I'm staying right to Chris's laptop. I can see all of his files. I'm going to dox him later.
We got to do that thing, guys.
Don't do it.
That Chris is talking about. We got to do that thing. I don't have
all
access to that
Scotty.
camera. What is Rec?
No. He was just showing it on the Video Ninja.
Oh, yeah. That's fine. All right. So, let's get into the playoff predictions.
And we know who this is.
Scotty's. Well, it says Scotty in the middle, too.
It literally says my name in the middle.
It literally says. So. But, I mean, we do know off the top who it is. And, Scotty, this is your playoff prediction for who's going to make it in. So, break it down. You have your AFC, NFC. You got your seeding all here.
Yeah, so division champs, I have on the AFC side, I have Buffalo being the number 1 overall seed. I think they're in the easiest division. Good team. They also play Kansas City and Baltimore both at home this year. So that's an advantage for them in seeding wise. So I like Buffalo to get the number 1 overall seed. KC and Baltimore 2-3 is kind of interchangeable. I mean, I think there's a clear echelon in the AFC with the top three teams. I have KC at 2, Baltimore at 3. After that, I took Jacksonville. I told you just minutes ago I really wanted to take Indy, which is like, I know, a wild take, but I think it'll be one of those two teams. I think it's too soon.
I mean, it doesn't matter. They're losing in the first round as the 4th seed.
Well, Houston's made it to the second round. The last 3 seasons, 2-3 seasons for sure. So they've won games. The AFC South winner has won playoff games the last couple of years, at least.
I mean, look, if you're the 4th seed all the time, you're gonna win 1 or 2.
Okay. Wild cards, I have the Chargers, the Bengals, and the Patriots. I think the Patriots is the one maybe people don't expect. I just think, again, weak division. I like Drake May. I've talked about on the stream that I think Drake May might have the biggest upside of his draft class. That includes Jaden Daniels and Bo Nix and Michael Penix and all of those guys.
And Caleb Williams, the first overall pick.
I forget about him because he's already done. put him in the equation. He's already.
You put Bo Nix in there, but you don't put Caleb in there. That is
he's
wild.
He's a Bo lever. What do you expect?
Yeah, I think I listen. I wanted to be creative with this a little bit. I just didn't want to go chalk. So, Patriots a little bit of an upset. I think the Bengals. I just think they're going to be enough where they've missed the playoffs the last couple of years. I know the defense is going to be bad, but that offense is going to be really, really good. I think I could easily see Joe Burrow taking the MVP this year, just based off stats that he has to put up to stay in games. So I think the Bengals get in as a wild card. Chargers are a little slept on. I feel like people don't talk about the Chargers enough. They like the Broncos more. They forget that the Chargers had a better record and beat the Broncos head-to-head twice last year.
This is a first. This is a first-round action. We're talking about the Chargers being slept on and not overhyped.
It's a trap, Scotty.
It's a trap.
It's a trap.
I noticed I have the Chargers and Justin Herbert winning their first ever playoff game, even in this. So, moving through the AFC, it's mostly chalky. I do have the Chargers and Jaguars going up. They went 2 years ago. You'll recall that was the game where the Chargers went up like 4 touchdowns at half or whatever it was, 27. And the Jaguars made an improbable comeback and won that game.
That was actually very probable.
I think this is the year the Chargers get off the monkey off the back. Justin Herbert wins a playoff game for the first time in his career. They beat the Jaguars in a matchup of Baltimore at home against Bengals. I think, or even, obviously it's one-sided with the Bengals. Better team in the Bengals, so I think they win that one. So they get through. The Chiefs beat the Patriots, who most people don't think the Patriots make it, but I'm high on Drake May, and I'm high on just having a good coach for a change.
He's also high on ketamine.
I might be. From there, we have Buffalo, I think, as the 1 seed, takes care of business against the Chargers. Chiefs beat the Ravens because the Ravens and Lamar will do Lamar things. And then the Chiefs play the Buffalo Bills in the AFC Championship game. They face each other, Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes, for the 5th time in the playoffs. And we have the same result. The Chiefs just win again. They find a way to win against the Buffalo Bills. They'll do it again. NFC
new controversy.
Yeah, make up a new controversy, which really isn't a controversy. It's just people getting annoyed that the Chiefs keep winning. That's all that was. Green Bay Packers, number 1 overall seed. I don't know if I would have done that 2 days ago, but you add. Listen, I think Micah Parsons is a really dumb individual.
But he's a damn good football player.
Super talented individual. And he's going to help that pass rush be maybe the best in the game. I mean, the Giants should have a good pass rush. The Green Bay pass rush should be the best in the game. Adding Micah Parsons. So I put them as the 1 seed. Now with that, Eagles at 2 because they sleep on their laurels a little bit. I don't know if the Eagles are they're the best roster in all of football, I think. But after winning, I think they
get a hangover.
Get a little comfortable at times. They still have a great season, but they're a little too comfortable at times and lose games they shouldn't lose. I think the Rams take the NFC West over the Niners, who have as a wild card team. I think if Matthew Stafford stays healthy, you have Puka and Devontae Adams, and I think McVay is a phenomenal coach. I want, when Reed retires, I want him to take over for the Chiefs. I would choose McVay over anyone else. That's how high I am on McVay. So I think the Rams are going to be really good.
Rick.
NFC South, I was conflicted on. We're the ActionLab. I also think I think there's 3 teams that could literally win the division. I took the Bucks just because that's the most easy choice.
It's
safe.
I tried. Yeah.
It's comfortable.
I know what you're saying.
Baker's the best quarterback in that division. Most proven for sure. They're getting older, so I don't know. I have Atlanta as a wild card. And again, I want to pick Carolina, but as I said on our last stream, they gave up the most points defensively in NFL history last year. So I don't know how I can pick them. I just can't do it. Even if I like them, I can't do it. And the Saints are going to suck. So I picked the Bucks to win that division. Wild card wise, of the Lions, top wild card. Obviously, I don't even think that's a bad thing necessarily for the Lions. I think them focusing on postseason play, you watch them dump everything in the regular season and be the best regular season team in the world and then get injured because of it. Maybe they pull back a little bit and realize, like, the playoffs are now where we need to prove our point. And they could. They easily could. But they lost both coordinators. Everyone loves Dan Campbell, but, like, Dan Campbell's, like, not an X and O guy. I think he's more of just a rah-rah, like, leader of men and give you the confidence that you need. But, like, you need X and O guys, which they lost on both offense and defense with their two coordinators getting head coaching jobs. So that's why I put them at 5, and we'll see where they go. 6, San Francisco. They lost a lot, but that team should be still solid. I still think Shanahan's an upper echelon coach. They squeak in. And 7, I just did ActionLab. At one point, I had the Cowboys. Maybe
and then Micah Parsons happened.
Prior to this trade, I probably had the Cowboys here. But we're ActionLab, so I'm like,
that's right.
Let me rep.
You're repping.
Rep for my boys, because Chris will fail us. He won't rep. So I'll rep for our boys and be ActionLab, but there's, in my mind, only like 3 teams in the NFC that can actually make the Super Bowl. And it's spoiler. It's
Green Bay.
Green Bay.
It's Philly. And there's probably 4.
Detroit,
Green Bay, Philly, Detroit, and LA. Those are my 4. I don't see another team making it.
Yeah. Okay. So you have Green Bay, KC, and KC winning the Super Bowl. And
I do have KC against Green Bay, rematch of Super Bowl 1, which is ironically what I had last year in my prediction. So it went real well. I was right on one of them being in the Super Bowl. But yeah, I think Green Bay's pushing all the chips in the middle with this trade.
Yeah.
And we'll have to see. Like, is Matthew Golden a true number 1 on offense? There's still stuff to project, but, like, I think Green Bay fully healthy could easily overtake Philly, and I don't want Philly to win, so I can't.
We can't. In our right minds, we can't do it.
Yeah.
All right. Like it.
I'm not scared of Philly. I just don't like them. My wife went to school in Philly for college, and they're just obnoxious people. Nice, but, like, obnoxious. Like, they're so overly arrogant. It's wild.
All right. So there you go. Scotty's picks.
Joe Quills, what college? She went, no, not Temple. She played college volleyball at LaSalle, actually.
And we have an obnoxious Scotty.
Well.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong.
Maybe I fit in with them, but maybe that's why I don't like them. Like, I'm not used to other obnoxious people. I'm not sure.
All right. Well, let's get to the other picks that we have. And then people have been, like, clamoring for Rex picks. We'll let Rec pick. We don't have a graphic for Rec, but we'll let Rec go.
Who was clamoring?
There was
Clep was earlier.
Clep was asking, and
I'm kidding.
and
Let's get Rec as
you know,
Wilson.
yeah,
So
he's
prove him wrong.
We'll go.
Rick,
We'll get Chris's first.
Rick ain't graphic worthy.
Yeah, we can't. We only have so much time.
All right. We have some overlap here, Scotty. Maybe a couple little tweaks, but let's go
I
ahead.
made my picks before you sent mine.
Yeah.
Or sent yours, I should.
And we actually overlap. We had so Jacksonville is our 4 seed in both of ours. We have Jacksonville winning the division, Scotty. Which, you know, I was going back and forth. I was like, I just don't. I had Tennessee I had not Tennessee. I had Houston in there, and I was like, I just don't fucking believe in Houston. I just don't.
You can't do it.
I can't do it. So I went with Jacksonville, but they crept in there. We both had them as our 4 seed. So let me start out in the AFC. 1 seed is Baltimore. I think that they still continue to just attack the regular season as they always do. They'll find a way to be the 1 seed again. They'll find a way to get ousted again. The number 2 seed is Buffalo. Buffalo will be at the bottom there in the bracket. Number 3, the Kansas City Chiefs winning the division in the AFC West. And then we have the 4 seed Jacksonville Jaguars winning their division. I do have 3 teams from the AFC West represented in the AFC side of the bracket. So the Chargers end up finding their way in along with the Broncos and the Bengals. The Bengals end up creeping their way in. We talked about them that around that 10 win. It's just enough to have them in there as the 7 seed here for the wild card spot, but that's not going to last long. The Chargers, good enough. They're going to be around. I just looked around the AFC and I was just like, sure, Chargers can get in. They have a decent coach, or you know, it's the best coach division, and they have some good quarterback play in that division as well. And then the Broncos at the 5 seed. I think this can be a 10, maybe 11 win team at the most. I'm kind of thinking that's going to be their ballpark, enough to make the playoffs here. So that being said, I think the Broncos are a better team than the Jags. They beat the Jags. And then the, let's see, what do we got here? Chargers against the Chiefs. Chargers can't hang. Chiefs win. Bengals and Bills. Bills take care of business. Bengals can't figure that out. So then we have the Ravens and Broncos and the Chiefs and the Bills. Ravens choke. I just find a way. They just find a way to choke against a really good Denver defense. It's not going to be a high scoring offensive affair. Ravens games tend to struggle in the playoffs offensively. I think the Broncos defense has a decent chance to slow down the Ravens when they start sputtering and start choking a little bit. And then I think you just got to manage the game from the offensive side of the football. Broncos win a close one there. The Chiefs end up losing to Buffalo. Buffalo finally gets over the hump here and beats the Chiefs in this game, Scotty.
0-4 in the playoffs thus far. But sure, let's just make up. Let's make up a scenario where they win. Why not?
The Josh Allen finally.
I mean, we already have
exercises.
a made-up scenario where the Broncos make the AFC Championship game. So let's keep it going.
It's you know, and
Let's
then
make fake news here.
And then
you are clinically insane with that. I hope you know.
No, just wait. This is permanent. This is happening.
This is what?
This is permanent. It's what's going to happen in stone. But here's the thing: Broncos can't do it all this year. There's you know, they're going up against a team of destiny here in Buffalo, and Buffalo ends up
a team of destiny,
knocking them out of the playoffs for the 2nd straight year. Buffalo goes to the Super Bowl. Other side. Went kind of chalky here. I just realized after I submitted these, I was like, this is exactly the same Super Bowl or same playoff bracket as last year, or same teams, I should say. Green Bay, Washington, San Francisco, LA.
Well, the other side was only. Oh no, there you have 2 different teams. Okay,
I have a couple different teams in there. But yeah, and then I realized I kind of screwed up. But Washington, they're still gonna be competitive. We're low on Washington, but they're. Like, if I'm choosing between them and, like, an NFC South team, I should have gone ActionLab, but I just was like...
You should have, but you didn't.
I didn't. I just went with them. Green Bay in the 2 seed, San Francisco, 2 teams represented from the NFC West, San Francisco and LA. Then you have Tampa and the Lions. So obviously, I got the Lions moving on, and then you have the Rams moving on out of those matchups. San Francisco, I do think is going to be there, but like I just think the Rams might be if the Rams are in this position at this point in the season, I think they have a good chance to win that game this time around. So I would take the Rams there. Then I got Green Bay. Green Bay is going to go crazy this year. A lot of people, I don't know why their odds probably aren't a little higher than they probably should be, but after you get Micah Parsons with the S.
Michael Parsons.
Michael Parsons is now Micah Parsons. So he's actually turned back to his original self in Green Bay. They beat the Lions, who at this point I think they just can't catch a break. They just can't figure out a way to beat the teams they need to when it matters. And there's another heartbreak for Detroit. The Eagles find themselves in the 1 seed. They're just too talented. They're just going to win a lot of games this year. They're just going to go through a lot of teams in the regular season, similar to the Ravens. But I do think they beat the Eagles and Packers in the NFC Championship game. I also have the Packers winning and going to the Super Bowl, and I have the Bills winning the Super Bowl. I have the Bills winning it this year.
Spoiler, I didn't say fully, but I do have the Chiefs winning.
Yeah. So we both
surprise.
I had no idea.
But judging this logo, this is the worst Super Bowl logo I've probably ever seen.
It's got a weird vibe to it. It's
you have the package in your. Oh, the logo, the LX.
Why is it so bad?
It looks like something.
Why did they put the colors? This is a football game. I understand pleasing the crowds or whatever, but like this is football, and that is terrible. That's terrible.
It looks like you would have to have like 3D glasses to look at that logo. You know those images where you have to put on those red or blue like 3D goggles that you put on at the movie theater, like
Yeah,
but to be clear, you see on the right there, on that X, a little green and yellow mountain.
Green Bay.
A little Green Bay Packers there, and then you see a little red. You see a little red on the bridge.
The Golden Gate Bridge.
A little red on the bridge for the Chiefs, and plenty of yellow. So it sounds like it's already decided.
It definitely feels like with
Chiefs,
this Super Bowl,
Packers rematch of Super Bowl I. It's already over, guys.
It definitely feels like with this, like the NFL heard all the stuff like about how everything is rigged,
and they tried to avoid it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're like, how can we just do the worst colors ever?
Which team is pink?
Pink chairman. That's Taylor Swift. So the Chiefs.
Why are we doing pink? I don't think pink is a Taylor Swift color. I think she had an album. Purple. I think she had an album called Red. I'm not that familiar with her, but like,
yeah, I thought you were a major Swiftie.
Well, it doesn't hurt to have the biggest female celebrity on planet Earth on our side.
I mean, you could say the buildings. If you take away the pink, the buildings and the whites on the other side is like Buffalo Bills, blue and whites. You got Green Bay, yellow and green on the other side.
It's so Californian. It's so bad, Chris.
Yeah, I mean, so bad. California in general is terrible.
It's the worst logo probably in the history.
I've got friends in California, and every time they open their mouth, it's like this. I understand why I hate this state. Please move east.
Why are we making the logo a rainbow color? Like, what are we doing? Like, I think you know your audience, NFL. Let's chill a little bit.
So,
yeah, basically.
Daddy, chill.
All right. Well, there you go. Captain, I'm impressed. You guys also picked the seeds. We did. We go all out. We do it all out. But so
it makes it way harder.
Rec. People want to know. People want to know. What do you have to say?
Rec, what do you have?
What do you have as yours?
So my 1 seed is Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do matchups: 2-seeded Chiefs versus 7-seeded Bengals. Chiefs take that. 3-seeded Ravens versus 6-seeded Broncos. So same thing as your division round, but my wildcard round. Baltimore takes it. Chiefs Ravens will be the next matchup. And then a rematch of last year, Texans Chargers. Chargers take it this time. And then Bills beat the Chargers, Chiefs beat the Ravens. Bills and Chiefs in Buffalo. I took Kansas City.
Oh!
Wow, Wreck.
And then on the
I don't
NFC
know how I
side,
feel about that actually.
I love that for you, Wreck. I love that for the Chiefs.
So NFC side, top seed Philadelphia Eagles. We have the 2-seeded Packers against the 7-seeded Cardinals. Packers take that. We have the 3-seeded 49ers and the 6-seeded Detroit Lions. Lions get the upset on the road. We have the 4-seeded Buccaneers and the 5-seeded Rams. If that team is healthy, Matthew Stafford's good, I'm taking the Rams over Tampa Bay. So we got Packers, Rams, 2 versus 5. The Rams, with an upset, beat the Packers. And then the Eagles take out the Lions. Eagles-Rams NFC Championship game. The Rams beat the Eagles. And then they beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
Everything was fine until the end.
The Los Angeles Rams.
The Rams beating the Chiefs.
Everyone's high on Green Bay. It's like, let's pull back a little bit. If Matthew Stafford is healthy and the Rams are good, they're going to be they're going to go on the list of wild cards to win it all.
Riley's never gifting you a sub again, Wreck. Yeah, it's done.
I love the Lions disrespect. We need that. Yeah, I mean, everyone's going to cheer for the Lions, chairman. It's so funny because, like, I'm watching the Chiefs doc that's out there, right? Six episodes. If you haven't watched it, good, check it out or don't. With my son, and Chris Jones at one point is just like, man, when we started this thing, I remember everyone just loved us, and now that we've won, everyone just hates us, and that's what happens. So like, that's what the Lions are right now. Like, it's like everyone's dream matchup would probably be Lions Bills, right? Like Lions Bills Super Bowl.
Yeah,
That's
what
a
the
dream
America
matchup
wants.
because you have two teams that have never won a Super Bowl.
Great
the
fan
underdog,
bases.
good fan bases, all the things, and I get it. But like, it is funny. Like, and I'm like, it's so true. Like, when the Chiefs started this dynasty, everyone loved them and cheered for them. And they were like, Mahomes is super cool. Travis Kelce's so awesome. This team hasn't won in a while. I'm cheering for him. The moment you win a lot, you become the evil empire. It doesn't matter who you are, regardless of who you are. It's just what, and I don't blame people. That should be what it is. But like, that's what happened to the Chiefs.
Captain Urban, I want to know the drugs you're on and why you're not sharing them with us.
Bengals Falcons Super Bowl is going to be a movie this year.
That's a fictional movie that they might make. But like, the moment, I take it as a sign of respect now. People hate us, and my son's like, all my friends hate the Chiefs. And I'm like, you should take that. We live in Denver, obviously. I'm like, take that as a sign of respect, dude. They hate you because they want to be you. They want to be your team.
Panthers Jets will be awesome.
Panthers Jets would be. I will fucking shoot myself.
Somebody clip that for when it happens.
I will literally end my life. Love my kids so much. But if it's Panthers Jets in the Super Bowl, I will end my life.
Just
mark that down.
Just
Daddy, chill.
I can't chill because that would be the single worst Super Bowl matchup ever.
That would be something. It would be something.
But yeah, just watch as LA gets another ring. And not the Chargers.
I mean, the Rams could. Because I think McVay's that good and Stafford's great. And they have, I mean, fucking
Puka.
Devontae and Puka.
Yeah.
But
and of course, McVay keeps developing assistant coaches out of assembly line. The defensive players are no names, but they still play good.
Yeah.
So
he's gonna be the next coach of the Chiefs when Andy Reid wants to retire. It'll be Sean McVay.
Sean McVay's solid.
It'll probably be Matt Nagy, and then you'll end up winning 3 games a year.
No shot. It'll be Matt Nagy.
Maybe it'll be Spags, and you'll win 6 games a year instead of 3.
I'd rather Spags than that, but Spags is such a good DC, and the players love him, so I wouldn't hate that. I would hate that. Dude beat New England twice in a Super Bowl, so he's got something.
Yeah.
He beat them once.
Everyone's like, never trust the Nagy. Although if you look at Nagy's like record as the head coach of the Bears, it's better than any other head coach in the last like 25 years. Yeah. Ironically.
Yeah.
Look, just because than anyone else.
Yeah, just because the Bears are a mistake of a franchise doesn't mean Nagy is a good coach.
I'm not saying that, but everyone hating on Nagy, I'm like, he also had the best Bears record in like the last 25 years.
He also had like one of the best defenses of the year, and then a double tonic happened.
Listen, other people had good defenses as well, the Bears, but I'm just saying, best record ever. That guy.
Yeah.
That guy.
It's still funny that Mitch Trubisky is a top 5 quarterback in Bears history.
Yeah, think about that.
Yeah, the only franchise quarterback they've had is Sid Luckman.
What do we got? McVay is for real. Stafford 2. Rams find amazing talent after the first round.
Well, they had to because they went like 20 years without a first round pick.
Still a hated topic, and the Bears like Eberflus. Like, I love. I mean, the Bears fans are probably your best friends, right? Because they blame the coach.
I mean, look,
it's right up your alley, Rec. It's right up your alley.
I'll say this though, Scott. Like with the Series Find Canada, the fact that the Bears fired their head coach in the middle of the season tells you everything because they never do that.
Yeah, and they've never had
a fucking cancer.
I mean, if you look at like franchise quarterbacks throughout history, the Bears might be the worst. They don't have one.
Even the Browns at least had Baker.
I think Jay Cutler might be the best quarterback.
It's not a Mike.
Yeah, he's,
and that's sad. That's very sad. He's going to jail soon, so that tells you.
I think he already got out of jail, but yeah.
Oh, I don't think so. I thought he just got sentenced.
Yeah, he did, but it was just like 4 days in jail or something like that.
Oh, I don't think he did it immediately. He's probably taking it one day at a time. No reason to rush.
Yeah. In his last few years, they called him the "Don't Care Bear."
Yeah, he could care or not care, and it would be the same face.
Yeah.
Well,
and you wonder how that dude made it to Vanderbilt, and then actually got drafted out of Vanderbilt.
Well, guys, we are a week away. I mean, this is the week. This is the week. We are here.
Thursday.
We have real football. Like,
I mean, it's the Cowboys. It's football. It's the Dallas Cowboys. I don't think that counts as football.
Cleft, we do play fantasy football, and we are doing it with the community here. We do have a. If you want in,
have room.
You would be on the wait
right
list.
Right now, we might have enough, but for
you gotta join the Discord, so you know.
If not, we could. If someone backs out, you're next up.
Yep, you're first on the wait list, so make sure you go check that out.
Or depending if someone else joins, we could do a 10 and 12 league.
Yeah, so I mean, if more people join in, that's the case. So we could do 12 teams, absolutely. So that's an option. The more we get, the better it is. So. That's kind of the route we're going with the fantasy football league. Otherwise, the other contests, there's no limit on anything else. So there's all of the other links. Rec will be posting these in the Discord as well, so you can
They're
always.
Already in the Discord.
They're already in the Discord. You're already good. So go access those. But this coming Wednesday, we're breaking down. Scotty won't be here. Rec will be here with me, but we have our week 1 preview.
Someone for me.
Hey, guys, still tune in.
So, yeah.
Even without me here, pay attention, tune in, support the stream.
Oh, I forgot. I should have just not said anything. I should have just been like, oh, yeah, Scotty's still going to be here. Scotty will be here Wednesday. Guys, we will be here previewing the best games of the week, and we will also be giving out best bets. So Scotty's going to give me his best bets before he leaves, and we're going to go through and we're going to give you everything you need to know for this week 1 and what to look out for. So that being said,
Scotty, I'll do the bets for you. I'll get you off to a nice 4-0 start.
I don't know if I'd trust that.
I already do have a few bets made. I already do have a few things locked in, ready to go.
I'll send you my bets before. I can't have Rec making.
I can actually probably send you my bets now.
And then, guys, maybe we do you guys the lab rats. Maybe we do a lab rats versus the lab
We'll think about
season long. We'll play around with that. Maybe Scott and I we do our individual bets, but you and maybe Scott and I we do a consensus 4 picks and put it against your 4 picks, kind of like what we did, in other things. So maybe we'll play around with different ideas on that just to have some fun week to week. But either way, that's gonna do it for tonight's show. The prediction show is in the books. You know who our over/under totals are, or who's winning a Super Bowl. You know what our over/under totals are. So we will track those as we go through the season. But that being said, we are going to end the show tonight and get you off to just getting ready for week 1 of football. So we will be back live Wednesday night with more, and you're not going to want to miss it.